Today, I'm going to be sharing with you all the 3 reasons why we stay in inaction. The number one is lack of information. Now, when we do not have enough information about the place wherein we need to take an action, we stay stuck. Some of us also call it a lack of clarity. Now, it's extremely important for us to understand that whether it's the lack of clarity or whether it's a lack of courage, because many of the times we do mix having a lack of clarity with the fact of lacking of courage, because we don't have the courage, then we do not want to work in order to get more information in that area. Now the second thing why we stay stuck is the overload of information, which is actually the opposite of the first one, wherein there's a lack of information. The second one is the overload of information. Thanks to this world of social media, even if we want to do something, we'll keep on looking at what others are doing, and there's so much information out there that it only confuses us and creates more further clutter in our own mind. Sometimes I always say that if you are consuming more than you're creating, then you will get something called as knowledge constipation. And when you're constipated, even if that is not knowledge, it's very difficult to take an action. It's very difficult for us to become an action taker or a decision maker. So yes, overload of information plays sometimes, plays a huge role when people are not able to decide in which direction they need to move, because it always in all making those permutation combinations that should I do this, should I do that, should I do this, should I do that, and then the over analysis leads to paralysis that they end up doing nothing at all. Now the number third thing wherein people stay stuck and they're not able to take a decision is misinterpretation of the problem. Now, in the last few years of training and coaching, one thing which I've realized is that over 90% of the people who've come to me saying that this is what my problem is, and when we have gone a little deeper, we have realized that the problem with which they came was not actually the problem. What happens over the time is that the real problem, the core problem, goes somewhere deep inside us, and we've kind of covered with a lot of beliefs, with a lot of attitude, and a lot of exposure, and the environment has kind of put it so down that we ourselves are not aware that what's the real problem. So we might be thinking this is the problem because of which I'm not able to take a decision. This is the problem because of which I'm not able to take the decision. Whereas the reality is that in reality is not a problem, it's just a creation by our mind, and anything which is creation of a mind, it's very hard to move ahead because your mind is clouded with the fact, with the reality which has been created for your own self, that I think because of this I cannot move ahead. So this is very powerful and very important for us to know that when I'm saying this is the problem, ask yourself multiple questions why this is a problem. So if this is the truth, then what is the other thing which I can do for myself, and keep asking questions for yourself to be a coach for self, to find out that maybe this is not the problem and it's just a creation of mine for me to stay in action. Because many of us, even though we say we love our desires, we love our dreams, we truly want to do them, but the reality is for us to move in the direction of our desires or in direction of our goals and our dreams, it requires for us to take action. It requires for us to become a little uncomfortable because we are stepping into an unknown territory. And as human beings, the moment we have to move into our unknown territory, it's an uncomfortable zone. So what's the easy way is? The easy way is to stay in our victimhood and keep saying, you know what, my challenge is that I don't have enough information. My challenge is I don't have clarity. My challenge is I have too many options. I don't know which one to pick. My challenge is this problem is very hard. I don't have the resources to make it work. So we create our own new virtual reality and we marry our own victimhood and stay with it for some of us for weeks, for some of us for months, for some of us for years, and believing this is what is the truth of my life, whereas the fact is we've just got stuck in inaction and are deciding not to take a decision. So if this video helped you, if this video had made some doors of your mind get open, then do share with me in the comments below and what else you would like to learn when it comes to decision making. Thank you so much for watching this. I look forward to read your comments.